welcome in Cincinnati Christian fans. This is another broadcast, another edition of Eagles football on the Waycross Television Network and CCUathletics.com, where Cincinnati Christian is looking for victory number 1 on the season. It'll be the last time the Eagles play here at Willard Stargell Stadium this season. They do have one more game. I'm hearing it's potentially going to be played at Taylor next week. Their opponent, Kentucky Christian, as the Knights come in 1-7 on the season, as we get a look here at the Kentucky Christian sidelines. And this is certainly a game, a rainy day, a gloomy day. Not really raining anymore, but certainly was raining this morning. A chilly day where the umbrellas are out in the crowd, and it certainly should be a good one here in Cincinnati. The Eagles are getting set to take the field, and if you could see, there's a banner that is showing "Beat KCU," and so that's certainly something to watch. It's a big matchup for this Eagles team. I think it's certainly a winnable game. I'm James Erpine with you, along with our entire crew here with Waycross Television. And the Eagles come in, like I said, looking for their first victory of the year. They're going to have to get this rushing attack going. Without Chris Young, who's out for the season, Jared Purdue, Malik Perez going to share duties. And it will be interesting to see if they can get that going. On the other side, they're going to have to stop Javin Harrison, who is a really good running back, averaging over 5 yards per carry coming into the season. And as you see now, the Eagles taking the field in what will likely be their final game here at Willard Stargell Stadium. See the flag there being carried onto the field. And there you go. You see the Eagles coming onto the field, and they're looking for a big win here, and they're certainly fired up. I know Trevor Ziders and this coaching staff would like nothing more than to get a victory today. It's going to be a tough one. Fortunately for the Eagles, it sounds like, based on what I've heard, that Kentucky Christian and the Knights are going to be out with leading tackler Austin Archie, who was out today, has 97 tackles on the season. And so that's a big loss and might help them get the running game going. Kentucky Christian's lone win on the season came in week 2 against Warner University. They won 41-34. They certainly haven't had any issues scoring points this year. So it'll be a challenge for this Cincinnati Christian defense, as they will start on defense and kick off to the Knights. Logan Cassettos on for the kickoff. As you see, Cassettos dropping back here, and we are all set for kickoff as the Eagles look for their first victory of the season. Kickoff will be picked up at the 16-yard line and cuts across the 20 to the 25, the 30, all the way up to the 40-yard line. Goes Kentucky Christian, and they're going to have good field position here to start this game. That was Harmon St. Hubbard on the return. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. The Eagles will trot their defense out there. Led by Dominic Valentino and Tyler Shobe, both 1 and 2 in tackles on this team respectively. Valentino has 39 tackles on the season, 9.5 tackles for a loss does the redshirt freshman. Shobe has 38 tackles. Shobe has 38 tackles and 4.5 for a loss this season. So it's 1st and 10. Kentucky Christian going to operate out of the shotgun, handoff up the middle. And about 2.5 yards there for Harrison, who comes in averaging over 5 yards per carry. Davis Bergen in at quarterback for Kentucky Christian. Going to operate out of the shotgun again on 2nd and 6. And it's going to be play action on the slant to his tight end, has him into Cincinnati Christian territory for the first down.
Davis Bergen's pass is complete.
That was completed to Louis Davalos. And a quick first down, and it is fumbled on the throw. The ball slipped out of Bergen's hands, and there's a turnover. And Cincinnati Christian going to recover. And that is a huge play there for the Eagles. Let's see what this flag is. The penalty down. And it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles. It's still going to be Eagles ball as they get things going off to a good start there. On the recovery there, who else? The leading tackler on the team, Dominic Valentino, makes a big play there. And there's the replay.
At the 31.
And that is a gift. After the penalty, it's going to back the Eagles up. 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. Jared Purdue in the backfield, lined up at running back. Eagles going to operate out of the shotgun and throw on 1st down. Pass complete across the 35 to the 36-yard line to Isaiah Dunnick. Alex Duran finds him there. Duran comes in, completing just over 50% of his passes, 52% completions, has 634 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season. Dunnick is one of his favorite targets, as you see him there making the catch on 1st down. Eagles going to stay in the shotgun on 2nd down. And this will be a handoff to Purdue up the middle, who has the 1st down and then some up the middle. Flag came in right at the start, and it looks like it's going to be encroachment, which will be declined, and that's going to bring up an Eagles 1st down at the 45-yard line. Jared Purdue comes in averaging just over 2 yards per carry, 2.4 yards per carry. Obviously, that's something the Eagles, that number has to raise in this game if they want to have success. Alex Duran in at quarterback. Going to operate out of the shotgun. 1st and 10 on the 45. Duran now audibling. And this is going to be a throw on the far side, and he's got his man across the 50-yard line to the 49. Nice play there. And that's going to be a pickup of about 5 yards on 1st down, complete to Maceo Clinton.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Duran now 2 for 2 on the day. And this is exactly where this team wants to be. 2nd and 4 now. And this is going to be a handoff up the middle and getting about 2.5 yards on that one.
Ball carrier for a gain of 2.
It's Jared Purdue again. So that'll bring up 3rd and short for the Eagles. Eagles looking to the sideline. This is a big 3rd down after the turnover. The Eagles would like nothing more than to continue this drive and get points on their first possession of the game. Alex Duran going to hand it off to Purdue up the middle, and he gets tripped up, had some daylight, gets tripped up. He's about a yard short He was down in between the 47 and the 46-yard line.
4th down and 1.
About a yard and a half short there. Bring up 4th and short, and you wonder if the Eagles are going to go for it, and it looks like they are. Ball is right in the middle of the 47 and 46. They got to get right to the 45. Alex Duran lines up in the shotgun. Maceo Clinton on the far side. Jared Purdue in the backfield next to Duran. Duran going to hand it off to Purdue, and he's going to get stopped for a loss, and that is a huge play for Kentucky Christian as a flag comes in
KCU takes
after
over
the
on the
play.
There is a penalty
Either
mark on the
way,
field.
looks like the play is going to stand. And that was a chance for the Eagles to establish a little bit of momentum after the turnover. Instead, Kentucky Christian answers, and the Knights are going to take over on downs. And that'll be unsportsmanlike conduct on Kentucky Christian.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct
So,
on KCU.
We've seen 2 turnovers now. 1 turnover on downs, 1 fumble. Both unsportsmanlike conducts go against the team that's taking over. So Kentucky Christian going to take over at the 33-yard line
33-yard line.
for their second possession of the game. All right, so it's 1st and 10 for the Knights. Handoff on the right side. Multiple CCU defenders going to get there after a pickup of about 2 yards on 1st and 10. It was Clyde Albright in on the tackle. And that's the 4th down play again, where they're just not much there. And you saw the penalty towards the end of that video. So 2nd down. Knight's going to throw, looking deep, has a man, and it is complete. No, it's dropped at the end. And that is a good recovery by Daquan Render, as it was open there. And Render came in, delivered a big hit, tried to make a play on the ball, and forced the incompletion. That was Devon McCoy. Pass intended for him. So Bergen can operate out of the shotgun on 3rd down, looking on the far side, and has it complete to his man, and that's going to be enough for a 1st down. Has his tight end. He's hooked up with him a couple times today.
Luis Davalos with the completion. 1st
Is
down,
Davalos
KCU.
with another reception now, his 2nd of the day. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights at the 49-yard line as they look to get going here. Handoff up the middle, not much there. Dominic Valentino in on the stop. They'll give him a gain of 1 on that one.
Deontay Sip on the carry. Dominic Valentino with the tackle.
Sip was on that carry. Pickup of 1 on 1st and 10. So it'll be 2nd and 9. Knight's going to pass, quick slant, complete. Gets into Eagles territory, marked down at the 44-yard line.
Pass is complete.
A diving Harmon St. Hubbard makes the play there.
3rd down
And if that
3.
ball is up, there was some running room. All right, so it'll be another 3rd down here as the Knights look to extend their drive. 3rd and 3, Eagles blitzing. Blitz picked up at least enough, and this is complete. Another slant. This time to Devin McCoy, who had dropped one earlier.
To Devon McCoy.
Brings that one in.
1st down, KCU.
And it'll be a 2nd 3rd down conversion in a row for this Knights offense as they look to get rolling here. Going to operate out of the shotgun again. 3 wide receivers on the near side. 1 on the far side as the play is blown dead by the officials. Looks like Cincinnati Christian takes a timeout
CCU
there.
calls a timeout. Their 1st of the half.
So right now, Bergen is 3 of 4 completion on pass attempts today. averaging nearly 7 yards per attempt for 27 yards. Deontay Sipp is the one who's ran the ball so far for Kentucky Christian. For the Eagles, Jared Purdue on that first drive had 4 attempts for 10 yards. Alex Duran completed his first 2 passes for 11 yards. As Cincinnati Christian, if you're just joining us, this is Eagles football on Waycross Television and ccuathletics.com. I'm James Rapine. And the Eagles, they forced a turnover on their first possession, got the ball to the offense. The offense picked up a couple first downs before stalling out. On 4th and 1, they went for it. Purdue got hit in the backfield. And since then, Kentucky Christian has converted a couple first downs, and they look to take the lead here in the first quarter. This is going to be a slant route, short. On the pass is Bergen. Just his second incompletion of the day.
Intended for Anton Wheeler.
Pass was intended for Antoine Wheeler. Clock stopped with 8:51 to go in this first quarter. Kentucky Christian going to hand it off up the middle on first down, and there's some running room there. Gets across the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 2.5 yards or so for Kentucky Christian. Darian Rawls on the rush there, and it's 3rd down. They're going to run it with Rawls again up the middle. And actually, that was Harrison.
Darian Rawls.
Oh, excuse me, that was Rawls again. So that's going to bring up 4th down, and we'll see. It looks like Kentucky Christian going to go for it here. 4th and 3. Bergen operating out of the shotgun. Rawls remains the running back into his right in the play. Blown dead, and now a timeout for the Knights.
KCU calls a timeout, their first of the half.
Big 4th down there. They call a timeout with 7:59 to go. Cincinnati Christian looking to get its first victory in program history. They'd like nothing more than to do it today, their final game here at Willard Stargell Stadium. Next week they're going to play at Taylor, as construction will begin in the near future on FC Cincinnati's new stadium here in downtown on the West End. So it's 4th and 3 after the Kentucky Christian timeout. Eagles defense looking for a stop here. Ball at the 25-yard line. To get in between the 23 and the 22 for a first down. Bergen going to operate out of the shotgun. Rawls to his right and looking to throw, going for it all. And there's a flag that comes in, and they might call pass interference on that one. As we wait for the officials to call it. Craig Wills was in on coverage there for the Eagles, and it will be pass interference. So on 4th down, Kentucky Christian
CCU.
Goes for it all, and it pays off with the pass interference goal.
Automatic first down for the Knights.
Pass was intended for McCoy there, who we've seen make a couple catches today. So that ball is going to be advanced 15 yards, and it'll be placed at the 10-yard line. It's another conversion for Kentucky Christian as they hand it off on first down to Rawls. Rawls picks up about 3.5 yards before he's brought down.
Darian Rawls on the
Justin
carry.
Terrain in on the stop.
Tackle.
under 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. As chants of "Let's Go Eagles" begin, and this is going to be a play action, and that's nice pursuit there. It looked like Bergen was going to get the edge. He did not get the edge thanks to Daquan Render. Read it well and made the play for the Eagles. As you see there, it looked like he was going to get the edge and did not. So now 3rd down at the 5-yard line. Three wide receivers on the far side. Harrison in at running back. And this is going to be a throw on the far side, a little fade route, and no flags down. Incomplete. And that is a big stop for the Eagles.
Pass is incomplete, bringing up
Michael
4th
Williams
down.
in on the coverage there. And that will bring the field goal unit on for KCU.
Eric Para-Curiel on to attempt.
Eric Para-Curiel
23-yard
in
field
to
goal.
make this kick, or to attempt this kick rather, for the first score of the game. It'll be a 22-yard attempt. And it is blocked by Cincinnati Christian, and what a play there. They got the edge, and I believe that was Daquan Render who made a huge play on 2nd down. He got the edge there, and let's take a look at this replay as the Eagles, boom. And that was Michael Williams coming off the edge there to make the play. And that's a big play for Cincinnati Christian. So a huge play here, and with 6:34 to go, the Eagles offense going to take over. Not great field position, but the game still tied 0-0. Alex Duran remains in at quarterback, going to operate under center, hands it off up the far side. It's going to be a pickup of about 3 or 4 on that one, as Adam Sanders gets his first carry of the day.
Adam Sanders, the ball carrier. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Pickup of 4 on 1st down. Sanders remains in at tailback. And this is going to be a handoff again to Sanders, who takes it up the far side, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
Gain of 7, 1st down Eagles.
2 attempts, 11 yards. They would love to keep that going. Sanders entered this game with 76 yards rushing on the season, averaging just over 2 yards per carry. That average will go up a bit after his first 2 carries today. Another handoff up the middle to Sanders, who is navigating and bounces off of a couple KCU defenders and gets near the 25-yard line. And they will take that. They will take chunks of 4 and 5 yards on 1st down. CCU playing without Chris Young, their star running back, out for the year with a knee injury. And it's been a running back by committee since he went down. They would love to get these guys going, as this is going to be play action. Duran looking downfield, has a man, and he left it up there, and it doesn't, and a flag is going to come down. But even with the flag, Christian Williams had a step or two, and Duran threw it on the run, left it up there a little bit. Could have been a touchdown. Will be pass interference, though. And the reason it will be is because Christian Williams came back to the ball, and you can see right there, he stops and goes up for it. If he doesn't do that, probably wouldn't have been a penalty. So that's going to move it up to the 40-yard line.
1st down Eagles. At their
Give the Eagles another 1st down. And now the officials taking a second to talk things over. And now unsportsmanlike conduct on Kentucky Christian. And it might have been on the sidelines. Yeah, it might have been the coach there. Was barking at the official, and I think they did that, and that's going to advance the ball 15 more yards. And the Eagles, for the second time today, are in Kentucky Christian territory. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Clock 4:46 to go here in the first quarter. Eagles going to hand it off to Sanders up the middle. He finds some room, runs straight up the middle, and gets 6 yards on first down. As Sanders has had some luck here, some good, well, I don't want to say luck, but he's fared well so far on this drive. 4 attempts now for Sanders, 22 yards on the day. He will remain in. Eagles go trips on the near side. One wide receiver on the far side. Durant looking to throw. Going to look for Sanders. Had it room to run. And Kentucky Christian
pass intended for Sanders
was in Durant's face.
3rd down and 4.
And that forced him to throw the ball, I think, a little sooner than he wanted to, and that led to a bad throw and an incompletion. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. Sanders will remain in at tailback. As Durant kicking himself for that throw. Went up to Sanders, and you could tell he's upset with himself that he didn't complete that one. That would have went for a 1st down and more. That being said, it is 3rd and 4. Kentucky Christian showing blitz. It's going to be a screen pass. Sanders makes one miss, but there was not much there. And that might take them out of let's go for it range if you're CCU. We'll see what they do, but it looks like the punt team is going to come on. If you pick up 2 or 3 there, you could say go for it. Losing a yard or 2, not going to help.
Logan Casetos on to
so that'll bring on Logan Casetos, who comes in averaging 35 yards per punt on the season. Casetos standing at his own 45-yard line, takes the snap, kicks it from the 49, and this is a high one. Fair catch called. And it'll be right at the 10-yard line. So a nice play there by Casetos. And even though Cincinnati Christian did not score, didn't take the lead, they blocked the field goal, and then they switched field position, advancing the ball with the help of a couple Kentucky Christian penalties from the 8-yard line all the way to
1st down KCU
Kentucky Christian territory.
10-yard line.
So with 3:25 here to go in the first quarter, Kentucky Christian will take over at their own 10-yard line. Harrison in at running back. And it will be a quick slant that we've seen them use a lot, and it got batted up in the air. And anytime it goes through a wide receiver's hands on that type of play, cornerbacks are in the area. Bergen might have thrown that quicker than he wanted to, with Cincinnati Christian getting a little pressure on him. Pass intended for Devon McCoy. Went through his hands, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Bergen hands it off to Harrison there, and he's brought down right away. Dominic Valentino adding to his tackle lead, leads the team in tackles, and that's another tackle for loss. That's going to give him 10.5 tackles for loss on the season. As you see there, he just gets right by,
on the tackle for loss,
practically untouched, does the redshirt freshman defensive end. And that'll bring up 3rd and 11 now at the 9-yard line. Bergen operating out of the shotgun, looking to throw, looking down the middle, and that is not going to be complete. Pass was high. The ball was high. Daquan Render came in and made a hit. And it's going to be a flag.
Against CCU.
Render got a little too antsy on that one, a little too anxious. Made the hit before he needed to, and it was really unnecessary. The ball wasn't catchable.
15-yard
So we've seen
penalty,
both
automatic
teams
first
now
down.
with big penalties that have extended drives. That came on 3rd and 11. As Kentucky Christian gets the ball at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10. Bergen operating out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off up the middle to Harrison. Harrison tries to go up the middle, not much there. Gets it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So we're under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Vince Hill and Parker Clemens combined for the tackle.
Vince Hill in on the stop.
No gain on the play.
So 2nd and 10. This is going to be play action. And looking for a screen. Looks like it was dropped at the end there. Wouldn't have went for any type of significant gain there. Might have even been a loss if he had caught it on that one. Clyde Albright in on the coverage there. So now 3rd and long again. 3rd and 10 at the 24-yard line. Cheerleaders and crowd chanting defense here. Under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Kentucky Christian looking to convert and keep their drive alive. Eagles show blitz. Ball away. And there's a flag that comes in towards the end. And if this is another interference call, what a gift that the Eagles are giving to Kentucky Christian. That said, CCU's pointing towards the night side. So we'll see what the call is.
Pass interference against KCU.
So this will be pass interference on Kentucky Christian.
The penalty is declined.
Instead, it was Jermaine Williams
4th down.
right there, who was trying to get a step on 3rd down and make a play. So that's going to bring up 4th down as CCU declines. And I would be shocked here if Kentucky Christian went for it, and there you go. I think they thought that the penalty was going to be enforced, and they were going to make it 3rd and longer. Instead, they're going to bring the punt team out. Eric Para-Curiel does the punting as well as the kicking for this Knights team.
On the punt for the Knights.
Gets the punt away. And this will not be returnable and takes an Eagles bounce right about the 49-yard
Punt
line.
is down at the CCU 49-yard line.
So with 1:43 to go, the Eagles get the ball at the 49-yard line, and they've had good field position for most of the day. Trevor Ziders and this Eagles team will love to take advantage as Alex Duran and company jog back onto the field. Jared Purdue back in at running back. Durant sends a man in motion. And he's going to throw it on 1st down. Looking downfield, and he's got his man. And that's going to be a pickup of about 6. Make it 7 yards to Maceo Clinton.
For a gain of 7.
Clinton has 2 receptions for 13 yards on the day. Duran is 4 of 5 now for 14 yards. So to put the ball at the 44-yard line and move it into Knights territory. Duran operating out of the shotgun, going to hand it off. And looking for room is Jared Purdue. Purdue gets across the line of scrimmage, falls forward,
Jared Purdue
and gets
ball
3
carried for a
yards.
gain of 2. 3rd down and 1.
make it 2 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 1 for this Eagles offense. Under a minute to go in this first quarter. And this is about where Eagles drives have stalled out today. They've had 3 possessions, all of them ending in Knights territory. As KCU showing blitz on the near side here. And that should be encroachment. That's a nice play there. If so, by Alex Duran. We'll see. Looked like encroachment to me, but you never know. Could have been a false start too.
Offsides.
And it is going to be offsides. Alex Duran did a good job there to get the linebacker, Tazi Allen, to jump. He was showing blitz, and you could tell he was coming off that edge. You could see him right there. Jump. And that's one way to convert a 3rd down if you're Cincinnati Christian. They've had a couple, a 4th and short, a 3rd and short, unable to convert on those. They convert there after the encroachment penalty, and it'll be 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line, setting up a screen pass for Purdue. Purdue gets across the 35-yard line and down to the 32-yard line. And that will be the final play of the first quarter, where Cincinnati Christian trying to get on the board first.
And at the end of the first quarter,
It's their 3rd possession of the game. We're tied 0-0. As Cincinnati Christian and Kentucky Christian battling here. And what's been a relatively sloppy game. We've seen a turnover, a fumble by Kentucky Christian. We've seen a turnover on downs by Cincinnati Christian. Multiple penalties on both sides, extending drives. We've seen a blocked field goal. And it's only been 1 quarter, so plenty of action to give you here at ccuathletics.com. Let's check the stats after the first quarter, where Alex Duran is 5 of 6 on the day for not many yards, completed all but one of his passes for 19 yards. Meanwhile, on the other side, Davis Bergen, is completing 40% of his passes, 4 of 10 on the day for 51 yards. Cincinnati Christian averaging 3.7 yards per carry between Adam Sanders and Jared Purdue. Purdue will remain in to start this second quarter. Maceo Clinton, Isaiah Dunnick, Jared Purdue, and Adam Sanders all with receptions on the day. Maceo Clinton leads the team right now in receiving with 2 receptions for 13 yards. So it's 2nd down and 5 for Cincinnati Christian to start this second quarter. Purdue remains in at tailback. Christian Williams on the near side at wide receiver. Eagles going trips on the far side. Duran operating out of the shotgun. Kentucky Christian showing blitz. They are going to blitz. Get someone through, and that was a quick pass that Duran had to get out. Wasn't catchable. I don't blame him for getting rid of it quickly. Intended for Christian Williams. That's a nice blitz there by Kentucky Christian
3rd down and 5.
to hurry Duran up and make him get rid of it before he wanted to. Big 3rd down here for the Eagles. Jared Purdue remains in at running back. This is going to be play action. Rolling out and completing to Isaiah Dunnick for the first down is Alex Duran. Nice play design there as Dunnick has his 2nd reception of the day. He entered today with 17 receptions for 205 yards and a touchdown on the season. And that's just nice play design, working it to perfection and extending this drive. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 23-yard line. Christian Williams on the near side. Maceo Clinton on the far side as Duran looking. Oh, and that is a big sack. He was looking to throw it. He thought he got away, did not get away. And a huge play there for Kentucky Christian.
Down in the backfield.
As you can see here, he thinks he's getting away. Chris Draper
10 on the play.
trips him. Or no, excuse me. That was Tazi Allen on the play. So he had the big encroachment penalty earlier on this drive. Makes a huge play there for the Knights. And it'll bring up 2nd and 20, which is something the Eagles offense has avoided today, but we've seen all too much this season as Durant sends a man in motion. Gonna throw, looking downfield, doesn't see anyone. Now running, and he's gonna go down again. And what a development there. That's what you'd call a coverage sack as Kamari Tinsley gets in there and makes the play. And you just, if you're Duran, you'll want him to try to get rid of the ball there. Doesn't, trying to make a play, and I don't blame him. And just like that, from 1st and 10 at the 23 to 3rd and 26 at the 40. You'd like to get at least half of this and have a chance at a field goal attempt. They're going to try to set up a screen, and there's nothing going there. Nothing at all. Crowd wants a flag, but I don't expect one there, as there was not much pass intended for Rakito Leonard. That's going to fall incomplete, and for the 3rd time today, Cincinnati Christian's drive stalls out in Kentucky Christian territory. Logan Casetos
will punt for the Eagles.
Out there to punt for the 3rd time today. Both defenses have bent today. Neither one has given up any points. Casetos gets the ball away. Actually kicked it right from about the 50-yard line. Ball bounces inside the 15 and going to stall out right at the 10-yard line. That's a nice punt. As the battle of field position continues. We've seen both teams drive downfield. Kentucky Christian had a field goal attempt, 22-yard field goal that was blocked. As both teams have had success defensively, and when they've bent, they haven't given up points. So with 12:35 here to go in the first half, score tied 0-0. Davis Bergen and this Knights offense back out on the field. Bergen going to hand it off up the middle to Harrison. Harrison looking for room, not going to find much. Gets across the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. David McQueen in on the stop. So far, the Eagles have done a good job on Harrison.
David McQueen on the tackle for CCU.
He has 1 yard on 3 attempts. Came in averaging 5.6 yards per carry. It's Bergen now looking to throw, pumps, throws, has a man in the flat. And that's going to be St. Hubbard on the reception. Be 3rd and 2 now for Kentucky Christian as they look to convert on 3rd down again, and they almost did, and it is going to be intercepted and taken all the way for a touchdown. Daquan Render, it looked like it was going to be a conversion. Pass was bobbled. Render was in the right spot at the right time, and that is a Cincinnati Christian touchdown. So the defense has come up big all day long, and they do again on that one. The pass was fine there and went right through the hands of the wide receiver. Render, right place, right time, as this Kentucky Christian, or Cincinnati Christian crowd rather, up and on its feet. It's Logan Casetos on for the extra point. And that's a bad snap, and they're not going to get the extra point. Wow. So the miscues continue for both teams, but Cincinnati Christian takes advantage of one with the interception. We'll take another look at that as you see Daquan Render celebrating still. with Cincinnati Christian up 6-0 now with 11:37 to go in this first half. And you can see it was 3rd down and short. It looked like it was going to be a conversion. Render goes to make the hit, realizes the ball's there, grabs it, and goes all the way to the end zone. Nice play there by him. Looked like he might get tackled here, but the spin move helps get him in. All right, so Logan Casetos and Cincinnati Christian getting set to kick off after the interception return for a touchdown. Returned it 27 yards for the score. And this is going to be a high kickoff that is fallen on. By St. Hubbard there. Excuse me, no, that was Noah Roberts who fell on that ball. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Knights as they look to recover. Going to operate with 2 running backs in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. And this will be a handoff up the middle for Harrison, who got hit about a yard past the line of scrimmage, able to fall forward and keep those legs churning. Gets across the 30 to about the 31, make it 32-yard line. Vince Hill on the stop for the Eagles. As you see Harrison there jogging off very gingerly. This is going to be a handoff up the middle again. And nothing there at all. A loss of 1 on the play.
With the tackle for loss.
It's a nice play there by Jordan Meekins. And another 3rd down now. We've seen a ton of 3rd downs from both sides. As Kentucky Christian looking to throw, has a man, and he missed him there as he was rolling out. Davis Bergen had him. Was looking for his running back, Deonta Sip.
Fourth down.
And that will bring up 4th down, and the Eagles offense is going to get the ball back potentially with pretty good field position with 10:37 to go in this first half, up 6-0. You saw the pressure there being applied by Tyler Shobe. Junior linebacker getting in there, making things hard for Davis Bergen. Punt gets away on this one. Going to be hard to return it as it goes out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. That is a nice punt there by Para Curiel. No chance for Michael Williams to return that one.
Out of bounds at the CCU 31-yard line.
So Alex Duran in the offense going to come back out there. Adam Sanders will line up at tailback, has 4 attempts for 21 yards on the day. They got him going. This is the Eagles' 4th possession. All of their first 3, they got it into Kentucky Christian territory, but have not put up any points today. This will be a handoff to Sanders on the near side.
Adam Sanders.
He runs off his left tackle for a gain of 3 on 1st down. So 2nd and 7. Under 10 minutes to play in this first half. Sanders to Alex Duran's right. He's operating out of the shotgun. He looks to the sideline now. 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. 1 on the near side at the bottom. Duran looking to throw, has his man, and it's complete. Slipping down after the reception is Christian Williams.
Gain of 3.
It's Williams' first reception of the day. Came in leading the team in receptions with 21 for 231 yards and a touchdown. Adds 3 more yards to his season total, another reception. And it'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Eagles. They're going to throw it. Looking to throw. Has a man. Will it be enough for a first down? Tackled right at the first down marker. It just depends on where they spot it, but Maceo Clinton on the reception. They place it at the 41-yard line, which is where the Eagles needed to get to. And it looks like the officials are going to measure. He was throwing the whole way here. Duran plants, looks, throws on that far side, has his man there. And it just depends on where they're going to spot it. From here, and in my defense, I'm pretty far away. It looks like they might be inches short. And it literally is 2 inches. I mean, you're talking 2 or 3 inches short.
4th down in inches.
And you just wonder what you do here. I would assume they would at least consider going for it, and it looks like they might. There's no sign of Alex Duran or anyone from this offense coming off the field. Going to measure it again in the middle of the field to place the ball. Cincinnati Christian 0 for 1 today on 4th down. They went for it on 4th and 1, handing it off to Jared Purdue in the first quarter. Kentucky Christian tackled him for a loss. Duran going to operate out of the shotgun. 4th in inches. Adam Sanders to his left. And Duran might have gotten the jump. Flag goes. He throws it downfield. Should be a free play. Nice hard count there by Duran, and it will be encroachment. It's the second time we've seen that today. Nice call there by Duran in this Cincinnati Christian offense. That'll be 5 yards on 4th and inches and give the Eagles a first down. Eagles have 8 first downs so far today. Duran going to operate out of the shotgun. Ball at the 46-yard line. Quick pitch to Sanders, who looks to make a man miss and is not going to. He's going to get brought down in the backfield for a loss of 3 on 1st and 10.
Sanders, ball carrier. Loss of 5.
I lied. Loss of 5. It's a big loss there. Essentially a sack. Ball marked at the 42-yard line. The Eagles would love to get some points on the board from this offense. Have yet to score today. The lone score in this game was an interception return for a touchdown by Daquan Render. This is going to be a handoff up the middle to Adam Sanders. Sanders gets across the 45.
Adam Sanders
falls forward past the original line of scrimmage to the 47-yard line.
3rd down and 10.
And there's a player down for Cincinnati Christian. And it looks like that from here, trying to see the number. All right, so looks like it's Joey Grober who's down. starting left guard, freshman, for this Eagles offense. We'll check the replay here as he's getting helped up, at least a little. Let's see the replay. And you see him there, he flips over, and he holds that, it looks like that left leg, as he's up now and he's limping off the field. So that's a good sign that he's getting off the field under his own power. Ball at the 47-yard line, going to be 3rd and 9. Adam Sanders will remain in the game at tailback. Alex Duran and this Eagles offense looking to convert. Isaiah Dunnican at tight end. Christian Williams at the bottom of your screen. 2 wide receivers on the far side, including Maceo Clinton in the slot. Duran looking to throw, looking downfield, and that is going to be, should have been picked off. Definitely thought it was going to be picked off there. Threw it right to, looks like that's Cameron Heath.
Duran's pass intended for Rakito Leonard.
Yeah, Cameron Heath had it, as you see there. And I think what Alex Duran and Rakito Leonard, they were on different pages. I think Leonard was expecting him to throw it over the defender. Instead, he didn't get enough air under it, as this is going to force a punt. That's a bad snap. Cassettos able to reach down to his left, get it away, and this is going to take an Eagles bounce right at the 10-yard line. And it seems like Logan Cassettos just continues to get the ball downfield, was averaging 35 yards per punt coming into today. And you see this, look at him reach to his left here, make the recovery, gets it away. And that is a nice change in field position, especially when you consider that that snap could have led to disaster for this Eagles team. Instead, the ball is going to be on the 11-yard line, 7:04 to go. It's Kentucky Christian takes the field as this offense, they look to get going. Had one sustained drive today that ended in a field goal block. Other than that, there hasn't been much there. This is going to be a handoff. Not much there for Sip. Jug Smith, the senior, in at quarterback. It's his first drive of the day. I was wondering if we were going to see him, and there's a play-action pass right to his tight end, throws a rocket. Caught for a first down and then some.
Burgeon's pass is complete to number 18, Brendan Ray.
Brendan Ray on the reception.
Michael Williams on
and I said tight end. He's a wide receiver. He just looked like a tight end, and you see the nice play there. Jug Smith came into this game completing 45% of his passes, 5 touchdowns on the season. As the senior quarterback looks to get this Knights offense rolling. Ball's going to be at the 27-yard line here on 2nd down after the play on the far side. Smith going to throw it, has his man, it goes through his hands. Ball was a little outside. And that'll go incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Knights as this Eagles defense gets a chance to get off the field after their first look at Jug Smith, who's going to operate out of the shotgun. And it's going to be a false start, which is not what you want if you're KCU. Going to make this 3rd and long even longer.
KCU, 5 yards.
We'll back him up to the 22-yard line and make it 3rd and 12. You hear sirens in the background there. 3rd and 12. Jug Smith looking to pass, going to set up a screen, and it is batted down, batted down. Incomplete. And that's a nice play by Jordan Meekins, who's made a couple nice plays today, and he has all season long, has number 14. Makes a play there. As we take a look again at this play, Meekins bats the ball up, and that's a huge play. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Their second of the half.
And KCU is going to call a timeout.
At halftime, we will have a special homecoming presentation. And in the meantime, if you'd like to make your way to the main entrance, there is a special raffle taking place for CCU spirit wear and a team autographed football.
So with 5:36 here to go in the first half, Cincinnati Christian looking to get the ball back. Should have decent field position and have a chance to put up their first offensive points of the day. They lead 6-0 after a huge interception for Daquan Render. Render took it 27 yards for the touchdown. A bad snap led to the missed or failed extra point. And that's where we are here today. Kentucky Christians moved the ball today, despite not putting up any points. They have 7 first downs on the day and 86 total yards. Cincinnati Christian has 8 first downs today, 53 total yards. And this ball is going to bounce and then be picked up and returned as Michael Williams looked to make a move there on the punt return. Gets a couple yards out of it, falls forward. Ball going to be placed, it looks like the 39-yard line. So good field position again for the Eagles. Alex Duran has completed 8 of 12 passes for 34 yards. So it's a very nice day so far completion-wise. It hasn't resulted in many yards as they hand it off up the middle. And that's going to be a nice gain on first down for Richard Corbett.
Richard Corbett carrying the ball. Gain of 8.
All right, so this is Duran. This is that first down play. This is a handoff. That's not something we've seen today. Richard Corbett accelerates up the middle. Corbett will stay in. They'll fake it to him. And they were looking to set up a play for Maceo Clinton, who got hit after the ball was batted, and the official going to throw a flag.
Duran's pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty marker.
And that's going to be potentially a penalty. It was batted, though. And it will be a penalty, an unnecessary roughness, personal foul. And we've seen our fair share of them.
15 yards and an automatic.
Maceo Clinton gets hit there. That penalty on Israel Bennett. So that is going to make it first down. We'll see where they place the ball. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It's going to move the ball down into Knights territory. So the Eagles will have it first and 10 at the 38-yard line. So Alex Duran in this Eagles offense gets a gift there. See if they can take advantage. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. And speed. This is a nice change of pace here. Richard Corbett again with the carry, and he's a wide receiver. has the same number as Ty Montgomery from the Green Bay Packers. Looked like it there, as Montgomery's a wide receiver / running back. Picks up 5 and gives them a different dynamic from Jared Purdue and Adam Sanders, who have been in and played running back today. So it's full-on running back by committee for the Eagles, as it'll be 2nd and 5 here. Alex Duran in the shotgun. Corbett to his left. Duran looking to throw. Has a man, has the completion. It's going to be good for a first down, plus a yard or two. Nice play there. Rakito Leonard with the reception. And that'll be good enough for a first down and change. So now we're under 4 minutes to go. You see Duran there. There's pressure off the edge. Gets it out quickly. Finds Leonard. And that'll be a first down. Ball going to be marked at the 28-yard line. Corbett going to line up at tailback. Now Duran audibling. 2 wide receivers on the far side. Duran looking to throw, and Duran gets brought down for a sack, and that is a huge play for Devin Backus. Huge play there for Kentucky Christian. As you see Duran, he's looking, doesn't feel him, and boom, brings him down. And we've seen, that's 3 sacks now on the past couple of drives for Kentucky Christian. And they've saved them. They've saved them for when the Eagles have threatened and gotten within the 30-yard line. That's a big play. A loss of 10. It's going to bring up 2nd and 20 as we're under 3 minutes to go in this first half. Duran going to operate out of the shotgun. Corbett to his right. Duran looking to throw the ball downfield. Tries to throw it to Corbett out of the backfield. He does that. Makes a man miss. He's going to have the first down and then some. The defender went to hit the ball and missed it, and it was Corbett all alone. And he's been a spark on this drive. You see here, it was a dangerous throw by Duran on the far side. Almost tipped, but not. Corbett able to take that, catch the ball, run, and have plenty of free space to get the first down and then some. As it'll be 1st and 10 Eagles. By the time they run this first down play, we'll be under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Corbett playing well. This is his first drive we've seen him in today. They're going to hand the ball off to him up the middle, and he makes a couple defenders miss, and he just brings a different dynamic to the backfield for this Eagles team. Athleticism, for sure, quick. His quickness helping. He has 3 carries now for 13 yards. So now 2nd and 9. Hand off to Corbett again. Corbett trying to push, gets right back to the line of scrimmage. They might give him a pickup of 1 on that one.
No gain on the play.
He had a 27-yard reception on 2nd and 20 to get the Eagles in this spot as they're taking their time. They don't want to give the ball back to Kentucky Christian with much, if any, time left in this first half. Under a minute to go. Alex Duran going to operate out of the shotgun. They can get a first down at the 1-yard line. Corbett remains in the game. Kentucky Christian showing blitz. Corbett tries to pick it up, does for a second. Duran flips it out to the far side, intended to Maceo Clinton. Isaiah Dunnick was also in the area. It's going to be incomplete. Stop the clock with 34 seconds to go. Logan Casetos and this Eagles special teams unit looking to add 3 more to this 6-point lead.
Logan Casetos on to attempt a 27-yard.
It'll be a 27-yard field goal attempt. There's a bad snap on their extra point attempt earlier. So this is certainly not a chip shot here. Snap back, hold down. Casetos gets it up, and play blown dead here. It would have been no good in a delay of game, which honestly it gives Cincinnati Christian a break there. Back them up, make it a 32-yard field goal. Cincinnati Christian leads 6-0. Only points of the game came on a Daquan Render interception. All right, so here we go. It's going to be a 32-yard field goal attempt. Casetos on. Snap back. It was low, and this is going to be bobbled again, and that's the second bad snap that we've seen from this field goal unit. And they've left a potential 4 points out there. Cincinnati Christian clings to a 6-0 lead with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Keeps it a one-possession game, and that's huge. I mean, if you're Kentucky Christian, you've had a couple turnovers, you've had some bad penalties, your defense has bent, and you're only down 6-0. It's a good spot to be in as they turn things over to their senior quarterback. Jug Smith in again. It'll be a handoff up the middle, and the last thing you want to do if you're Cincinnati Christian is give up a couple first downs here. And it'll be a handoff. And that might be the last play. No, Kentucky Christian moving. Maybe trying to catch Cincinnati Christian off guard. Under 10 seconds to go. This will be the last play of the half, barring any penalties. Handoff up the middle. Tackled. And that should be the half. We'll see. Clock stopped. Yeah, they have to stop the ball. Now Kentucky Christian going to call a timeout with .2 on the clock. And that'll give Kentucky Christian, barring a defensive penalty, one more play here before halftime to see if they can put points on the board. They've had two quarterbacks in today. Davis Bergen was 5 of 13 for 55 yards and an interception. They've spread the ball around on offense. Louis Davalos, Brendan Ray, Devin McCoy, Christian Seja, and Barkey Minter all have receptions today. Jug Smith, the senior quarterback's 2 of 4 for 17 yards. It'll be interesting to see, assuming we go into the half 6-0, what happens to start the third quarter. Will Kentucky Christian stick with Smith, or will they go back to Bergen? Ball at the 39-yard line. And now they put 2 seconds on the clock. So there'll be 2 seconds left. Three wide receivers at the top of your screen, one at the bottom. Running back right next to Deontay Sipp, right next to senior quarterback, as Jug Smith completes a screen pass on the far side, and he's going to run it into Eagles territory, brought down at the 45-yard line, and that is going to bring us to halftime. So at the half, in their final game at Willard Stargell Stadium, the Cincinnati Christian Eagles lead 6-0 as they look for their first win of the season against the Kentucky Christian Knights. We'll be back with third quarter action as soon as it starts right here on Waycross Television and ccuathletics.com.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives. including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Ohio develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Football on Waycross Television and CCUathletics.com. The Eagles lead the night 6-0 as we get ready for the start of the second half. I'm James Erpine. It is great to be with you on a dreary, chilly afternoon in downtown Cincinnati. Let's check some stats before the Eagles return and get the ball and start the ball with the start the second half with the ball. Stats in, and things are relatively even. Neither offense has scored. The lone score today was an interception return for a touchdown by Daquan Render. Cincinnati Christian has 11 first downs to Kentucky Christian's 9. Total yards, it's 121 for Kentucky Christian and 84 for CCU. Penalties, both teams have had issues with penalties. Kentucky Christian had 7 in the first half for 79 yards. CCU with 4 for 49 yards. As we see here, the second half underway, and breaking upfield is the man who sparked the Cincinnati Christian offense to end that first half. Richard Corbett cut upfield. Penalty flag came down, but certainly exciting start to this third quarter, even though it looks like it's coming back. And it will come back. As you see the end of the play there. So that's going to back Cincinnati Christian up inside their own 20-yard line. The ball will be placed at the 17.
On CCU. Ball will be placed.
And that is where Alex Duran and this offense will start their first possession of this second half. Duran was 10 of 15 in the first half, completing 66% of his passes. As this is a handoff up the middle, and this is Adam Sanders breaking a couple tackles and just gliding, running as you see him there. Huge play there for Sanders. As he got going, did the freshman in the first half. And he picks up where he left off there. You see, finds a little crease, bounces off of a KCU defender, accelerates. And that's going to be a pickup of 25 yards and gives the Eagles a first down at the 42-yard line. So be another handoff to Sanders, who is looking for room, finds it, jumps.
Adam Sanders.
It dives ahead to get an extra yard or two. Sanders is fired up as he picks up 4 yards on first down. But as I was saying before, Sanders bolted for that long run. Duran's 10 of 15 on the day for 66 yards. Averaging just 4.5 yards per pass, but completing 66, nearly 67% of them. As Duran audibles. 2 wide receivers on at the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. Duran looking to throw, pressure in his face, setting up the screen for Sanders. It was tipped up in the air, and that could have been dangerous had someone from KCU been closer. It falls to the turf. Sanders going to check out. Jared Purdue going to check in. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
3rd down, pardon me.
Jared Purdue going to line up to the right of Alex Duran on this 3rd and 6. Isaiah Dunnick. And yeah, timeout there. It looked like there was a little confusion. And Cincinnati Christian takes a timeout. Big
half.
3rd down here, as they hope to at least put up the first offensive points for either team in this game. Both teams have had issues on special teams. Kentucky Christian had a field goal blocked. Cincinnati Christian had a bad snap and a bad hold. That cost them an extra point in a potential field goal. Either way, Cincinnati Christian has a 6-0 lead in what very well could be the final game here for the Eagles at Willard Stargell Stadium. I've been told there's a 98% chance that they will play at Taylor next week, which means that the Eagles, this will be their final chance to get a W on this field. All right, so 3rd and 6. 3 wide receivers on the near side at the bottom of your screen as Maceo Clinton goes in motion. Alex Duran, clear passing down here, and it might be a false start. This is something that the Eagles have used to perfection in the first half.
False start on CCU.
Unfortunately, Joseph Grober there jumped on that one, and you see his left ankle taped. And he got nicked up in the first half, trying to battle through it. Grober going to check out here for this 3rd down, and now it's 3rd and 11. Isaiah Dunnick, Maceo Clinton, and Rakito Leonard going to line up on the far side. As they look for Dunnick, and complete to Dunnick, and this is going to go all the way. You're not catching him for the touchdown. What a play there, pitch and catch. Alex Duran went deep to Isaiah Dunnick. Isaiah Dunnick beat his man, and that is his 2nd touchdown of the season and gives Cincinnati Christian a 12-0 lead with 13 minutes and 15 seconds here to go in the 3rd quarter. What a huge play that was. 3rd and 11. Duran found Dunnick, and here we are again for an extra point. Snap good, hold down, kick up. Kick is good. And just like that, the Cincinnati Christian Eagles have a 13-point lead. And what a play it was. Let's take a look at that again. And you weren't catching Dunnick. Once he got out into the open field, the freshman, big and athletic, and able to make it count there. We've seen him, that's the 2nd time we've seen him. Both touchdowns were breakaway touchdowns for him this year. And that one, he's just off to the races. That's the longest completion of the day by far for Duran. The biggest play for either team offensively. And it gives Cincinnati Christian a 13-0 lead here. That was a 59-yard touchdown pass. Duran put it on the money. Dunnick beat his man. Catches it over his shoulder. Didn't have to slow down at all for it. And this crowd is getting pumped up. These players are jumping up and down on the sidelines as they look to get their first victory of the season and their first victory of the season. And this is going to be a pooch punt that flips up and is bobbled, and the Eagles are going to recover. And wow, has the momentum just turned completely in the Eagles' favor in the first 2 minutes of this 3rd quarter. As they look for their first win in program history. I think I said of the season. It would also be their first win in program history. And let's take a look at it again. You see the pooch punt goes up. It gets bobbled, bounces away from Kentucky Christian. And that gave the Eagles the opportunity to go after it. So with 3:14 here to go, in a 13-0 lead, the Eagles offense going to trot back out there in Kentucky Christian territory. Alex Duran. Alex Duran can operate out of the shotgun. Jared Purdue to his left. Maceo Clinton goes in motion. Duran looking downfield, looking for Maceo Clinton. Clinton climbs the ladder, grabs the ball,
Maceo Clinton on the
and
reception.
snags it for a 5-yard gain on the near side. As you see, take a look at that replay. Clinton took a big hit there. Pops back up. Checks out for this play. As Christian Williams is on the bottom of your screen, this will be a handoff to Jared Purdue up the middle. And he's going to drag defenders for the first down. He got about 3 yards before he was hit, then continued to keep his feet moving and surge towards the first down marker, and he's going to get it. Ball marked inside the 33-yard line. You can hear the crowd. They are hyped. They can feel it. The momentum has completely swung here in the third quarter. Eagles looking to add to their 13-0 lead. Jared Purdue remains in the backfield. And this is going to be a handoff to him, and he's got some running room across the 30 and down to the 26-yard line is where they'll place the ball. It's a good pickup on first down.
Gain of 6.
And you see him here. Gets touched but keeps falling forward. At the top of the broadcast, I mentioned both Purdue and Adam Sanders. They came in averaging just over 2 yards per carry apiece. They've gotten it going here today so far, as the Eagles' rushing attack has been more effective today than it's been in quite some time without Chris Young. Looking to throw on second and 4, and completing to Isaiah Dunnick is Alex Duran, and that's going to be good for a first down and then some. Be a pickup of 14 yards, get the ball down to the 12-yard line. This is the second time the Eagles offense has been inside Kentucky Christian's 20-yard line. The first time resulted in a failed field goal attempt. Eagles would like to do more here. Kentucky Christian showing blitz. Handoff to Purdue on the far side as he cuts it up and gets about to the line of scrimmage.
Jared Purdue
is able to avoid the defenders enough to get it back to the line. A fumbled kickoff gave CCU possession here. Kentucky Christian's offense has yet to be on the field in this third quarter. So going to bring up 2nd and 10 here. Jared Purdue to the left of Duran. Duran going to hand it off to Purdue, and he gets tripped up right at the 12-yard line.
Jared Purdue, no gain.
That'll bring up 3rd and long. Christian Williams trots back onto the field, as does Maceo Clinton. Of course, Isaiah Dunnick is out there, along with Rakito Leonard. Leonard going to operate and line up on the far side. Adam Sanders now in at running back. Will line up to Duran's right. Shotgun snap, looking, throwing, and miscommunication there, it looked like, as Duran took a shot at the end of that play, and that's going to bring up Logan Casetos in a field goal attempt as the Eagles look to extend this lead. This is far from a sure thing after what we saw in the first half, but the Eagles did convert the extra point on their touchdown earlier in the quarter.
Attempt a 30-yard field goal.
This will be a 30-yard field goal attempt for Logan Casetos. Snap back, hold down, kick up, and the kick is good. And with 9:13 to go in the third quarter, Cincinnati Christian extends its lead. It is now 16-0. the Eagles have had a nice mix of, used a nice mix there of their rushing attack and their passing attack. As Alex Duran up to 144 yards passing on the day. He's 13 of 20. 59 of them came on his touchdown earlier this quarter to Isaiah Dunning. Adam Sanders is averaging nearly 6 yards per carry. 9 attempts for 53 yards on the day. Jared Purdue has 23 yards on the ground. Richard Corbett contributing as well with 15 yards on the ground. The Eagles have 202 yards of total offense. They entered this quarter, entered the second half with 84. So it is a big offensive explosion here in the third quarter. The Eagles have added 10 points in less than 6 minutes as Logan Casetos and the Eagles set to kick off to Kentucky Christian. It's the same kind of pooch punt as before. This time it's fielded cleanly, and looking to return it is Kentucky Christian. They don't get anywhere. And there's a penalty on that one. That's Noah Carlson, who it was pretty obvious. Noah Carlson got a little over-aggressive after the whistle had blown. And that's going to cost the Eagles 15 yards. Those are the kind of things, if you're Trevor Ziders, you want to avoid here. The last thing you want to do is give anything, any kind of reason to give the momentum back to Kentucky Christian. So the Knights will have great field position as their offense jogs on the field for the first time in this third quarter. Ball at the 46-yard line of Cincinnati Christian. Senior quarterback Jug Smith is going to stay in the game. He's going to operate out of the shotgun on first down. He's going to throw, looking downfield, has a man and overshoots him. Looked like there was an opening there as he was targeting Devin McCoy. McCoy's been a big part of this offense, been targeted plenty in the first half, had 1 reception for 12 yards. That ball high there from Smith, who's now 3 of 6 on the day. They're going to operate out of the shotgun. Handoff up the middle. No, play action, and it tipped. And it was tipped, and that is a very nice play there. It's Justin Terrain getting in there, the defensive end. And you see him get his hands up right there and bat the ball. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And suddenly this Eagles defense can get off the field very quickly here. Back to pass, and looking downfield, and it might be intercepted, and it would have been intercepted, but both Eagles ran into each other, almost picked off. As Craig Wills saw it, made a break on it, unable to haul it in. But it's all right, because it's going to bring up 4th and 10 for Kentucky Christian. It looks like they're going to leave the offense on the field. So 4th and 10. They have to get the ball to the Cincinnati Christian 36-yard line. Jug Smith takes the snap, looking downfield, throws it, has a man, and it is complete for the first down and more. Is Anton Wheeler with the reception. Gutsy call on 4th and 10. That's the second 4th down conversion of the day for Kentucky Christian. And just like that, they're at the 21-yard line and looking to get this game closer and trim the Eagles' lead. There's a quick screen pass on the far side. Nice play there by Clyde Albright to make the tackle. A pickup of about 2 yards.
Daquan Render and Clyde Albright combined on the tackle. 3 yards on the play.
So it'll be 2nd and 7. Smith takes the shotgun snap, pump fake, looking over the middle, and his wide receiver stopped there. He's looking for his tight end, actually. Luis Davalos, who had 2 receptions in the first half. Davalos stopped. If he keeps running there, that might have been a touchdown for Kentucky Christian. So the Eagles get a break. 3rd and 7 at the 19-yard line. Under 8 minutes to go in this third quarter. Jug Smith looking to throw, has a man on the far side right at the pylon, or right at the first down marker. And we'll see where they mark it.
Jug Smith's pass is complete to Christian Seha. First down, Knights.
Christian Seha on the reception. And that's his 5th reception of the day. As this is a quarterback keeper going nowhere. Jordan Meekins in there making a big play again, and it seems like all day today, whether it's a pass defense, a sack, etc., Meekins has been there and made the play when necessary.
On the tackle for loss.
So it'll be a 2-yard loss, bring up 2nd and 12 for Kentucky Christian. Jug Smith can operate out of the shotgun, puts it in the belly of his running back, who cuts it across the 15 and back to the original line of scrimmage. It's Deontay Sipp
Justin Torrain on the tackle.
on the carry. He has 9 attempts on the day for 26 yards.
3rd down and 10.
The Eagles have done a great job against this Kentucky Christian rushing attack. They're only averaging 2 yards per carry so far today. Jug Smith can operate out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He pump fakes. He looks to the end zone on the double move. Has his man, and it is going to be a touchdown. So Kentucky Christian marches downfield. They needed a touchdown, and they found one. Jug Smith finds Devon McCoy for 6. And it is 16-6 now with 6:42 to go in this third quarter, and it looks like Kentucky Christian is going to try to make this a 1-score game. Jug Smith and the offense staying on the field, and they're looking to make this a 16-8 ball game. 3 wide receivers will be on the near side, 1 at the top of your screen, and Jug Smith looking to throw, looks for his man, and it looks like it was a miscommunication. That's a big play there. You give that up, and suddenly it's a 1-score game again. Instead, the CCU defense holds on the 2-point conversion, but Kentucky Christian answers and cuts into the Eagles' lead here with 6:42 to go in this third quarter. Take a look at the touchdown again. Just a great throw there by Jug Smith. His 6th touchdown pass of the season for the Knights. And it is 16-6 with Cincinnati Christian getting the ball back here. Eric Parcuriel on for the kickoff. This is going to be returnable, as Corbett takes the ball up the middle, looking for a lane, has one, breaks a tackle, gets across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And we've seen that today. Richard Corbett through the air, on the ground, and now in the return game, doing a little bit of everything, using that speed that he has. He's out of St. Francis de Sales High School, Northern Ohio. Runs track, and you could see it translating to the football field. So it'll be the Eagles taking over at the 33-yard line. They have a 16-6 lead here with 6:35 to go in the third quarter. Alex Duran operating out of the shotgun on first down as he's barking orders to that offensive line. And the officials blow it dead, and it's delay of game, and that's rough. Delay of game on your
CCU.
on the first play following a kickoff. That's not what you want. And it'll back up the Eagles 5 yards and make it 1st and 15. Eagles will have 3 wide receivers on the near side at the bottom of your screen, 1 on the far side. This will be a pass, a quick screen set up for Adam Sanders, and there's nowhere to go. It's a nice play by Kentucky Christian. Looks like that was number 98, Alcide Wiltz. Nice play by him. And that'll bring up 2nd and long as Alex Duran looking to set up that screen pass to Sanders. And there just wasn't anything there for him to do. So now it's 2nd and 20 after the penalty and the loss of 5 on the screen play. Duran going to operate out of the shotgun. And this time he's going to throw a quick flip pass to Corbett. And Corbett fumbles the ball, and the ball recovered by Kentucky Christian. And this is exactly what the Knights needed. After an awful, awful start to this 3rd quarter, CCU got off 10 straight points. Corbett, who had been such a spark plug for this offense, and you see it there, he's looking to make a move, loses the ball in midair. The ball gets batted around. It looked like maybe it goes out of bounds. It did not go out of bounds, stayed in. And now Kentucky Christian can cut into this lead even more, make it a 1-possession game. What a roller coaster. We're not even 10 minutes into this 2nd half. And the momentum continues to swing as Jug Smith and the Kentucky Christian offense jogs back out onto the field. Fresh off of a touchdown drive. Looking to make it 2 touchdowns in a row. He's going to have 2 backs next to him in the backfield. And this is going to be a handoff on the far side. Barkey Minner on the carry.
Barkey Minter, the ball carrier. Michael
Tackled by
Williams and
Tyler
Kyle
Shobe and
On
Michael
tackle.
Williams on that play. So now Kentucky Christian officially in the red zone. Ball on the 14-yard line. 2nd down. And this is going to be a pass fake to the end zone, and there's going to be a flag on that one. There was Jersey. I saw Jersey from here as James Aiken had a handful of Jersey with his right hand, and that is a huge penalty because it's going to move the ball inside the 10-yard line. It's going to give Kentucky Christian a 1st down on the pass interference.
on CCU.
We can take a look at the replay again here. And you see right there, I mean, you could see his right hand
Out the 2-yard line, 1st
on
and
him.
goal.
And since it was in the end zone, going to move it to the 2. And this is a huge, huge series of events here. Kentucky Christian just a few minutes ago trailed 16-0. They're looking to make this a 1-possession game as they hand it off up the middle, and that is a huge play. Speaking of huge moments,
Clemens on the tackle for loss.
by Parker Clemens,
2nd and goal.
the Cincinnati native out of Milford, with the play.
Loss of 3 on the play.
Loss of 3, going to back up Kentucky Christian to the 5-yard line. They might be more comfortable there anyway. They've had more success through the air than they've had on the ground today. Chance of let's go defense from the CCU crowd. Jug Smith going to throw, looking for the fade route, trying to complete it. It's a jump ball, and it is going to fall incomplete. 2 Cincinnati Christian defenders in the area, and it looks like they're both down. That is not a good sign. Well, one's down, as looking to see a number. Craig Wills was in there. I believe that was Daquan Render who got injured on the play, and he's down right now. And I don't think he's moved. And you see the play again, and it's a fade route, one that worked to perfection just a few minutes ago for a touchdown. And you just see that they get up in the air, and just the landing was awkward for Render. Going up and battling for the ball. As he is moving now, which is certainly a good sign. I wonder if just the impact, hopefully it's just him getting the wind knocked out of him, but it certainly doesn't look that minor. Daquan Render made the biggest play of the first half. It was a 27-yard touchdown interception return for a touchdown. So we'll take another look here, another angle. He goes up for the ball. I mean, all three players in the area trying to snag the ball. Still tending to him. As he's rolled over now. Was on his stomach inside. Now he's on his back. There we go. Now he sits up, and that is a good sign for Daquan Render. It's Eagles head coach Trevor Ziders over there, along with multiple trainers from both Kentucky Christian and Cincinnati Christian as Render gets up there. That's a very good sign. He's going to walk off under his own power. So that's certainly a good sign, especially after the way he fell. He's getting a little assistance, as you can see there. I wonder if maybe it was one of his arms or his legs, the way he landed. It was a very awkward landing. So we'll see, but I certainly hope Daquan Render is okay. We've seen way too many serious injuries at Willard Stargell Stadium here this season. It has been a unique one when it comes to that, and we certainly don't want to see any more for anyone. And we've seen them on both sides here so far this year, so we certainly hope Daquan Render is okay. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and goal at the 5-yard line. This is going to be a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be an easy touchdown for Kentucky Christian. Walked right through the line, did Deontay Sip.
The ball carrier for the
and
score.
that is going to cut the lead to 16-12 as Kentucky Christian scores. 3rd down, that was a huge 3rd down play. And almost untouched was Sip. So 16-12. And Kentucky Christian on to attempt the extra point to make this a 3-point game. Eric Paracuriel on for the extra point. Snap back, it's a bad snap, and they're not going to get the extra point. And on there's a tackle there, heads up play by Michael Williams, and so we've seen multiple special teams issues on both sides. That's 2 bad extra points, 2 failed extra points, 1 for CCU and 1 for KCU. And we've seen a blocked field goal, and we've seen a botched snap that cost a potential field goal attempt. So with 4:15 here to go in the 3rd quarter, Cincinnati Christian leads it 16-12. And what has been a roller coaster game for both sides. And certainly a fun one to watch thus far. Cincinnati Christian winning the time of possession so far by nearly or just over 10 minutes that they possessed the ball more than Kentucky Christian. Big part is their running game. They've gotten the rushing attack going. Paracuriel on for the kickoff. Richard Corbett back along with, and it will be Corbett actually that returns this one, catches it at the 12-yard line, surges up the middle, makes a man miss it, he fumbles the ball again, and it looks like CCU recovered it. Whew. That was a scary moment for Cincinnati Christian. That would have been his second fumble given up of the day. He was able to get on it. You see his ability there, just Corbett just surging through, and he just right there gets tipped away. Luckily for Cincinnati Christian, he's able to fall on it. It bounced right in front of him.
46-yard line.
And Alex Duran in the offense on at the 46-yard line. Jared Purdue in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Purdue. He's looking for running room. Cuts it up the near side, spins, gets past the line of scrimmage, and it'll be a gain of 2 yards up to the 48-yard line. See there, Purdue just looking for any type of running room. Able to pick up a couple. Alex Duran going to hand it off to Purdue again, this time up the middle, finds some running room across the 50, stays on his feet and is still moving. He got hit at about the 50-yard line, kept it moving.
Jared Purdue,
Offensive lineman pushing him. That was a pickup of 6 yards, and it's going to make it 3rd and 2 on the 46-yard line. So now they're into Knights territory and a big 3rd down here for both teams. Duran going to stay in the shotgun as we've seen him for most of today. Kentucky Christian showing blitz. It looks like there might be an encroachment penalty. I don't see a flag down, and there it is, and it might actually be interference. I thought there was going to be an encroachment penalty on that, but it looks like it's going to be interference.
Penalty marker on the field.
I think Duran might have thought that was a free play. I thought the defensive end jumped there. We've seen that before. Instead, it's going to be defensive pass interference. As you see here, let's take a look again and see if we can see the interference. Pass was intended for Christian Williams. Williams has 1 reception on the day. All right, so Jared Purdue remains in at halfback. Alex Duran going to hand it off to him, and there isn't anything there, and we've seen C.J. Wiltz make a couple plays today. He does again there, and that's a big play for Kentucky Christian as we're under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Just not much you can do if you're Jared Purdue. You get the ball and you look, and Wiltz is in your face. Duran operating out of the shotgun, looking to throw on 2nd and 12, looking downfield, looking for Christian Williams. Ball up there, and it's going to be almost intercepted. Good job by Christian Williams to become a defensive back.
Pass intended for Christian Williams.
Israel Bennett almost had the interception for Kentucky Christian. And you could tell the moment Duran released it that the ball was short. And Christian Williams adjusted it and tried to make a play on the ball, which fortunately for the Eagles, Williams was able to knock it away and prevent the interception. So 3rd and 12, ball on the 38-yard line. Three wide receivers on the near side, including Isaiah Dunnick. Duran looking. Duran now rolling out, keeping his eyes downfield, throwing, has a man. That's Maceo Clinton. A huge hit on him. Clinton able to hold on.
Clinton on the reception.
And it is going to be about 3.5 yards, maybe 4 yards short of the first down.
Fourth down and 4.
Pickup of 8 for Maceo Clinton, who took a shot at the end of that one. So 4th and 4, the Eagles are going to go for it. At least they're showing like they're going to go for it. Kentucky Christian showing blitz. Duran going to fake it, has pressure in his face, looking for a man and threw it away. No one there. And that's Wiltz again, who's made 3 big plays here for the Knights in this third quarter. And CCU turns it over on downs for the second time today. That time on 4th and 4. In the first quarter, they turned it over on downs on 4th and 1. So back and forth they go. Ball on the 30-yard line. Kentucky Christian going to take over with a chance now to take the lead. This has been a wild third quarter. CCU had a 6-0 lead entering this quarter. Then they scored 10 straight points. 7 of them came on an Isaiah Dunnick touchdown and extra point from Logan Casetos. It's going to be a handoff up the middle for a pickup of 1. At one point, CCU was up 16-0.
Andrew Alekna on the
Since then, it's been all Kentucky Christian as Jug Smith has a touchdown pass. Deontay Sipp has a touchdown run, and we are at 16-12 here with KCU having a chance to take the lead. Nice play there. Quick throw in the flat to Jermaine Williams. Tyler Shobe in on the tackle. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Under 10 seconds to go. This should be, at least potentially could be the final play of the third quarter, and it will be. This is going to be a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be good for a first down on 3rd and 8. Wow, Deontay Sipp getting going here in this third quarter. And at the end of 3, it'll be 1st and 10 for Kentucky Christian when we start the fourth quarter. On that run there, where he just goes untouched and then lowers his head, lowers the boom. Craig Wills with the tackle. But at the end of 3, it is CCU 16, Kentucky Christian 12. I'm James Erpine, and this is Waycross Television and CCUathletics.com. The Eagles looking for their first victory of the season and first victory in program history in what very well could be their final game here at Willard Stargell Stadium. From the sound of it, it looks like they're going to play next week at Taylor. Which is Taylor High School here in Cincinnati. So with construction set to begin for FC Cincinnati here with their new stadium as they join MLS next year, continue later today, continue their playoff run in USL play. So here we go. It is first down, quick screen pass, and that's going to be incomplete. Jug Smith
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner
has
of
completed
the CCU
8 of
Spirit
15
Winner
passes so far today before that one. Now he's 8 of 16.
Denny, please report
Has
to the
80
main
yards.
entrance at the apparel booth.
Came in relief
And
of
team
Davis
autograph
Bergen,
football belongs to Teresa
who
Ellie.
struggled when he was in today. Smith has been a spark and has helped bring back this Kentucky Christian offense. And this Kentucky Christian team now just down 4. So 2nd and 10. Smith sends a man in motion, then hands it off up the middle And Deontay Sipp
Meekins with the stop.
doesn't get much there as Jordan Meekins in again, and he seems to always be around the ball when the Eagles need someone to make a play. You see there, Meekins right in there, prevents
3rd down and 10.
Sipp from getting anything on 2nd down. So 3rd and 10. If you're the Eagles, you desperately want to get off the field here and get the ball back to your offense. Jug Smith looking downfield. Throws it into the flat. It's a good catch by the receiver. Not enough there, though, for the 1st down. Christian Ceja has his 6th reception of the game. And it looks like the Knights are going to punt. Certainly probably a wise call here.
CCU.
Eric Paracuriel on to punt for the Knights. A couple fans, I heard him yell, "Watch the fake," as we're broadcasting right behind the Eagles sideline. Paracuriel, and it's a low snap, and I'm not sure he's going to get this punt away. Struggled to handle it, and this is going to give great field position for the Eagles as Jordan Meekins wraps him up, twists him down at the 40-yard line, and that is where the Eagles will take over. They're actually going to, it'll be right at the 40-yard line. Huge play there. We've seen special teams gaffes on both sides today when it comes to snapping the football, and there was another one. So with 13:58 to go in this one, the Eagles looking to add to their lead. They're up 16-12. Alex Duran back on the field, as is Richard Corbett, lines up in the backfield at running back. This is going to be a throw on the far side to Maceo Clinton, and a dangerous one from Alex Duran. Duran is 16 of 26 today for 142 yards and a touchdown. Came in completing 52% of his passes. Has certainly gotten into a rhythm at times today, but that pass got away from him a bit. This is a quick screen to Maceo Clinton. Looks for running room. Gets about 4 yards there. It'll be 3 yards, actually. So gets 3 yards on 2nd and 10. This is a big 3rd down for both teams. If you're CCU, 3rd and 7, if you can get even 4 or 5 here, makes it much easier to go for it. This stage, if you don't get any, you might punt. And this is going to be a handoff to Richard Corbett, and he lost yards. It's a loss of about 2 yards on that one. And Lakeel Aaron in on the stop, and that's going to bring on Logan Casetos in the Eagles punting unit. So that's a huge stop for Kentucky Christian. After their special teams miscue, the Eagles can't make them pay for it. And Kentucky Christian going to get the ball back here with the chance to take the lead. Trey Malasevich back to return this one. This is a high snap for Casetos, but Casetos was able to go up and get it. And what a punt by Logan Casetos. It dribbles inside the 5 to the 4-yard line for Cincinnati Christian. And Casetos not only able to climb the ladder and snag that high snap, able to come down with it and get off one heck of a punt. You see him there go up, get it, and no one even needed to touch that ball. It just died on its own inside the 5-yard line. And that is where Kentucky Christian's offense will take over. These teams almost neck and neck. CCU has 17 first downs to KCU's 16. Total yards, 222 for Cincinnati Christian, 203 for Kentucky Christian. Kentucky Christian entering this game at 1-7 on the year. Cincinnati Christian looking for its first victory of the season. First and 10 at the 5-yard line. Jug Smith is going to hand it off to his running back, who cuts it back, gets a couple yards there, trying to spin away from the Eagles. Tyler Shobe in on the stop.
Shobe and Justin Terrain with the tackle. Gain of 1 on the play.
So Tyler Shobe in on the stop, and Jug Smith now 19 of 17 passing on the day for 84 yards. Deontay Sip has a touchdown on the ground, only rushing or averaging 2 yards per rush. As Smith looking to throw, looking downfield, has a man, and it's batted away at the last second. That's a nice play there. And that's Michael Upshaw
Smith's pass intended for Devin
coming in and making a play.
Third down.
And that's textbook. Gets in, gets that right hand in there, and you can see it again, and bats it down right when it gets there. Pass intended for Devon McCoy. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Chance of defense coming in from the crowd. Jug Smith going to operate out of the shotgun, a running back to his left, looking downfield, throws it, has a man, and it's intercepted for Cincinnati Christian. What a play on 3rd and 9. Clyde Albright with the interception. Right place, right time, perfect position. And that will set up the Eagles offense and give them a real chance to add to their 16-12 lead. As Clyde Albright returned that one, caught it, returned it to the 21-yard line. And this crowd even more into it. The Cincinnati Christian sideline getting excited. Here comes the Eagles offense. Alex Duran hands it off to Adam Sanders, cuts it upfield, and he has a hole, and he's been able to find running room all day long. Has Sanders. Sanders, 10 attempts on the day, averaging over 5 yards per carry, now over 6 yards per carry after that last run. Came in averaging 2.4 yards per carry. This has certainly been a breakout game for the freshman. Duran gonna line up under center, showing blitz was Kentucky Christian. Adam Sanders fumbled it as he got hit, and it popped up into the air, and he's able to grab it. And whew, that sometimes you get a break. This is a break. Boy, the ball pops up into the air and pops right back into Sanders' hands. So now 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3, what would have been 3rd and 3 becomes 3rd and 5 after the loss. Kentucky Christian showing blitz again. They get pressure on Duran. Duran had to throw it quickly. Attended for Maceo Clinton. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and Logan Casetos is going to come on with a chance to extend this lead to 7.
Brings up 4th down.
Logan Casetos on. He's 1 for 1 on field goal attempts today.
Logan Casetos will attempt a 33-yard field goal.
Casetos certainly has the leg here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. As we wait for the snap. Snap high, hold down, and it is blocked. And the high snap may have led to it, but it is blocked by Kentucky Christian. And special teams woes for both of these teams continue. I mean, we've had 2 blocked field goals now, 1 on each side, multiple bad snaps on each side. And these special teams issues will drive you crazy. So, with 10:13 to go in this one, it is 16-12. Cincinnati Christian clinging to a lead. A 4-point lead after being up 16-0 at one point. The Eagles defense will trot back out there. 1st and 10 for the Knights at the 16-yard line. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. Not much there. Jordan Meekins again.
Jordan Meekins.
We've called his name a lot today.
Combined for the stop. Gain of 2.
The Eagles have yet to have a sack today. So they show blitz. It'll be a handoff again up the middle. And a huge hit, and the ball was out. A huge hit was delivered on Deontay Sip. Ball pops out. Kentucky Christian recovered. So now here's a third down. 3rd and 8. Under 9:30 to go in this one. Jug Smith operating out of the shotgun, passing, throwing right side, and it is bobbled and dropped right at the marker. Eagles get a break. Pass intended for Anton Wheeler.
Pass intended for Anton Wheeler is incomplete and brings up 4th.
It's going to bring up 4th down. And they may go for it here. We've seen them go for it, and they are. They're going for it at the 22-yard line. And if you are the Eagles, you have to get this stop. Jug Smith operating out of the shotgun. They snap it, and he tried to punt it, and it did not work. And he's going to get hit, and what a turn of events. So they acted like they were going to go for it, tried to punt it away. It gets blocked up in the air. Smith grabbed it and gets taken down. I believe that was Michael Williams, number 22, in on that one. And you see it just kicks off the side of his foot, so it wasn't even blocked. It was just a bad kick there by Jug Smith. And if you're the Eagles, this is when you have to take advantage. Ball at the 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line.
16-12 lead for CCU. 9:13 to go in this one, in what very well could be the final game at Willard Stargell Stadium, at least for the CCU Eagles. Alex Duran lines up in the shotgun on 1st down, puts it in the belly of Jared Purdue, who gets hit in the backfield for a loss of 1.
Jared Purdue, a loss of 1 on the play.
All right, so a loss of 1 on 1st down for the Eagles. Certainly can't rely and hope for a field goal attempt the way the special teams miscues have happened today. You got to think 6 here if you're Cincinnati Christian. Maceo Clinton lined up in the slot. Jared Purdue, the halfback. They're going to go deep to Clinton. Clinton, and the ball was behind him. He turned open. Ball, and it was just a placement issue there. Maceo Clinton was expecting it to be at that back pylon, and the ball was behind him. He had his man beat. And that something you certainly don't want, but Clinton had his man beat. So now it's going to be 3rd and 11 as Alex Duran in this Eagles offense looks to extend the drive. Looks like we have a timeout on the field. Maybe an official's timeout for a second. So 3rd and 10 is what the scoreboard says. We'll call it 3rd and 11, though, here on the broadcast. Ball at the 16-yard line. Eagles desperately need a 1st down here. They were given the ball at the 15. Quick slant, and it's going to be an interception off of the Eagles, and this one might go all the way back as Kentucky Christian is going to take it all the way back. What a turn of events as the Knights have a 18-16 lead. Rakito Leonard had the ball, it looked like, in his hands. It ricochets off him, and it's almost identical to the play that happened in the first half.
With the interception and score for KCU.
And that's a touchdown for KCU. Took it all the way back, and you see it's deflected here. And you think he has it, and he doesn't. And then off to the races. Off to the races is Cameron Heath. And he takes it all the way. All the way. I mean, that's a 100-plus yard interception return. And with 8:08 to go in this one, Kentucky Christian has its first lead of the game, 18-16. Wow. Wow, that coulda, shoulda, woulda been a touchdown. Instead, it's not. The Knights are going to go for two here with their miscues on special teams. Alex Duran sends a man in motion. Duran rolling out, looking, finds his man or looks for a man, not going to get there. It's intercepted. And that's Michael Williams. So, I have good news and bad news if you're an Eagles fan. The good news is it's only a 2-point game. The bad news is you've had issues kicking field goals all day long with special teams miscues on both sides for both teams. So I'm not sure if field goal's even in play. You saw Kentucky Christian there go for two. There's a reason. It's because they've had issues with snaps and holds, etc. So it's 18-16 with 8:08 to go in this one. And the Knights have scored 18 straight points. With 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Eagles had a 16-0 lead. Since then, they've been outscored 18-0. All right, so the Eagles will try to answer and end this 18 straight point barrage that they've been hit with by this Kentucky Christian team.
Let's go, Eagles!
Para Curiel with the kickoff. This will be returnable at the 15-yard line. Cuts it up to the 20, makes a cut back to the 30, the 35, the 40, 43-yard line, and we've seen that all day long from Richard Corbett. He's been lightning in a bottle. He gives the Eagles the ball up to the 43. 7:58 to go. The Eagles need to score here. They trail by 2. Alex Duran on the field. Adam Sanders will be in at tailback, averaging 5.3 yards per carry. Has 53 yards on the day. Durant looking to throw, pressured. Now he's going to go down and get sacked. And he's got sacked. That's sacked for the 4th time today. And that's tough. They're going to bring in, sub out Adam Sanders, bring in Richard Corbett. They've used him in a few different ways. Out of the backfield, catching passes. They've handed the ball off to him today. Corbett's been a spark on special teams and on offense. Duran lines up in the shotgun. Duran looking downfield, and he's got his man, and he's going to hit his man. That's going to be complete for a huge play down the field, and inside the 5 is Christian Williams. What a throw and what a catch, and the Eagles now looking to answer, and you see Duran looked downfield the whole time, found him, had a rhythm, had time in the pocket, delivers the ball to Christian Williams, and Williams gets it inside the 10. Ball marked at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal. And if you're the Eagles, you got to get 6 here. It's a huge play. The crowd back into it, the band into it. And this is going to be play action. Duran rolling out, looking for someone, throws it up, and he got brought down on the play. Pass was intended for Rakito Leonard. And that's a good play by Duran. He extended the play and was poised, even though he had one arm there. Gave his receiver a chance at it. 2nd down at the 5-yard line. 6:39 to go. Eagles looking for the first victory of the season, first victory in program history. Richard Corbett going to be the tailback, and he's going to run it up the middle. Gets about 2.5 yards on that one. The way to stop Corbett is grab his ankle, and that's exactly what Alcide Wiltz did, number 98. We've seen him a lot. Watch him grab his ankle right there. Just doesn't let his leg go. And what a third down now. Ball going to be marked right at the 3. 3rd and goal from the 3. Corbett, the tailback. They're going to use the wishbone. And this is going to be play action, looking, throwing to, and it was almost a touchdown. And it's bobbled and dropped by Malik Perez. Wow. He had him. The play worked to perfection. Perez was there. Duran threw it. Perez had it, and it slips out of his hands. And now Cincinnati Christian has to rely on their special teams to take the lead. They've had 3 bobbled bad snaps or bobbled snaps and issues. Can they give Logan Casetos a chance to tie it here? They've had 1 blocked. This snap is back and it's low. The holder grabbed it, flipped it, and that is 3 points for the Eagles as they take the lead, 19-18. Casetos got an opportunity, and he took advantage of it. And Darian Pryor, let's give Darian Pryor all the credit in the world there, because the ball was flipped to his back hip. He grabbed it, recovered, put it in the spot it was supposed to be, and Casetos did his job. And with 5:54 to go in this game, Cincinnati Christian has a 1-point lead, 19-18. So the Eagles don't get 6 there. They get 3 as they cling to a 1-point lead. Under 6 minutes to go. This has been one heck of a game, no doubt about it. Logan Casetos on for the kickoff. The Eagles have done these little pooches. This time Casetos is going to kick it downfield, and it's picked up at the 12-yard line. Cutting upfield and breaking one is Cameron Moody. Moody going to get all the way into Eagles territory across the 40 and down at the 36-yard line. And you see Moody here grab it and take it.
First down.
I will say Kentucky Christian has showed little to no confidence in their field goal unit. They went for 2, up 2 on the last touchdown they scored. So even though CCU has a 1-point lead, if you're Kentucky Christian, you're probably thinking 6. First down, Smith finds his man on the far side, and that's complete to his running back. Going to be a pickup of about 8 yards or so. And what a roller coaster this game has been, as Deontay Sipp gets a pickup of about 8 yards, make it 9 yards on first down. Jug Smith operating out of the shotgun, looking to retake the lead. The senior quarterback hands it off. No, he keeps it up the middle. He's going to get the first down and more inside the 20-yard line to the 19.
Jug Smith on the keeper down to the 20-yard
Is Smith.
line. First down, Knights.
It's going to give the Knights a first down. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Smith going to hand it off again, and this is going to be Sipp. and he gets inside the 15, down to the 11, and close to another Kentucky Christian first down. And if you're Kentucky Christian, you want to run as much of this clock off as you can. Under 5 minutes to go. Going to hand the ball off again. No, it's going to be a quarterback keeper. And, oh, man, Smith broke through the line. Trips up inside the 5 to the 3. That'll be good enough for a first down, and it'll be first and goal now for Kentucky Christian. They trail CCU 19-18 in what has been a roller coaster of a game. And this is Smith, and he's going to hand it off up the middle, down to the 1-yard line. Darian Rawls in. We haven't seen him in a while. Comes in at running back. As now we're under 4 minutes to play. Smith hands it off to Rawls. Taken down in the backfield. And that is a huge play. Clyde Albright, who has an interception today, with a huge play in the backfield. And this is a big third down. As I mentioned, Kentucky Christian, the last thing they want to do is rely on special teams. Ball back at the 4-yard line now. Smith sends a man in motion. He's looking to throw, looking for his wide receiver in the end zone, and a flag comes in. And that's going to be on James Aiken, the third. Pass was intended for Cameron Moody, the running back.
Pass interference against CCU.
Wow. What a huge play there.
Half the distance, automatic first down.
Half the distance to the goal there. Automatic first down, and you see so much contact before the ball even gets there. So this gives KCU a first down at the 2 and a chance to run more clock off. Clock stopped at 3:15. This is going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle as Jug Smith takes it, spins in, and it is a touchdown. So Kentucky Christian, after a huge return, they were down by 1, takes the lead. It is now 24-19 as the senior quarterback, Jug Smith, has given the Knights a 5-point lead. They'll stay on the field to try to convert a 2-point conversion to give them a 7-point lead. But with 3:11 to go, Cincinnati Christian reeling a bit. So they're down 5 after being up 16-0 early in the third quarter. Jug Smith sends a man in motion on the 2-point conversion attempt. He's going to hand it off up the middle, and it's going nowhere, and that is a big stop for Cincinnati Christian. Darian Rawls was the ball carrier. So Cincinnati Christian gets the stop on the 2-point conversion. With 3:11 to go, the Eagles trail by 5. A touchdown would win it. They wouldn't have to rely on special teams, and frankly, I don't think Trevor Ziders and the Eagles would want to at this point. Let's check the stats here, where Kentucky Christian and CCU both have 18 first downs. Neither team has been good on third down today. CCU is 3 of 15. Kentucky Christian 6 of 16. Total yards, Cincinnati Christian with 262 versus 217 for Kentucky Christian. And both teams hurting themselves with penalties, having identical numbers. 9 penalties for each team for 92 yards apiece, including a big pass interference that set up that quarterback touchdown run that gave Kentucky Christian the lead. This is going to be a short punt. And Corbett bobbles it, grabs it, and looking to make something happen. Not going to on this one, tackled at the 30-yard line. So that's where Alex Duran and the Cincinnati Christian offense will take over, trailing by 5 with 3:05 to go in this one. Quarterback Alex Duran is 18 of 33 on the day with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. has 201 yards passing, has completions of 59 and 56 yards. One to Christian Williams, one to Isaiah Dunnick. He looks to throw here on first down, has a man, and he left it short. So he's looking for Rakito Leonard. And it was short there, gets tipped. That was dangerous. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10. So now 2nd and 10, 2:58 to go in this one. Duran looking to throw, has his man for the first down, and then more Isaiah Dunnick.
Duran's pass complete to Isaiah Dunnick.
And if you're going to rely on someone, it might be number 44. It's his 5th reception of the day, and it's going to give him over 100 yards receiving. As the freshman tight end has been huge for the Eagles today. Duran going to stay in shotgun. And this time it's play action. Looking, has a man on the far side, and he missed him. That would have been a first down and then some. Rakito Leonard was open on that far side. He had to pump fake there. And when he did, maybe it got him out of sorts a bit. So 2:33 to go in this one. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line. Cincinnati Christian needs a touchdown. Maceo Clinton goes in motion. As they look to throw, Duran looking, and he's going to throw an interception. He was throwing for Isaiah Dunnick. Dunnick fell, and this is going to be picked off and returned into inside CCU territory. And this return matters a lot. And inside the 35 to the 31-yard line goes Gabe Baldwin. And Duran on that one, it almost just looked like he was trying to get the ball out anywhere. I'm sure Trevor Zires would want him to throw that ball away. Instead, he throws it looking for Isaiah Dunnick, who's up to 5 receptions for 102 yards on the day. And that puts CCU in a tough spot. 2:16 to go. The Eagles trail by 5. As Kentucky Christian is a few first downs away from winning this game. Cameron Heath down after the play. He's being helped off the field of KCU. And you see again, part of it is Isaiah Dunnick fell on that one. Not that he was open, but he couldn't even play defensive back once that ball was in the air. He was tripped up by the guy who ultimately had the interception, Gabe Baldwin. All right, so Cincinnati Christian still has 3 timeouts, 2:16 here to go. You have to stop them here. This will be a quarterback keeper up the middle. It's worked well recently. And getting to the 29-yard line is senior Jug Smith. And there's the timeout.
Jug Smith with a gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3
Timeout, CCU.
on first down.
Their second.
This would be a heartbreaker if the Eagles aren't able to figure it out here and find a way to come back. And actually, the scoreboard said 3 timeouts. It's now down to 1. So I would assume that CCU used one earlier in the half that I can't remember. So down to 1 now are the Eagles. So best case scenario, you're looking to get the ball back with just over a minute to go. Have to get the stops first. This has been one heck of a game. CCU had a 6-0 lead at halftime when Daquan Render took an interception 27 yards for the touchdown. They started the third quarter with a touchdown pass of 59 yards from Alex Duran to Isaiah Dunnick. They added 3 more following a KCU turnover. They take a 16-0 lead. But turnovers and miscues have the inability to convert inside the red zone have given KCU an opportunity, and they've taken advantage of it, and now they have a 24-19 lead, looking to convert 1 first down and end this game. This is going to be a keeper, and going nowhere is KCU quarterback Jug Smith.
Vince Hill on the tackle.
Vince Hill on the tackle.
No gain on the play.
No gain on that one, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Calls their final timeout.
Cincinnati Christian calls one more timeout. And that is their final timeout. So it'll be 3rd and 7 on the 30-yard line. 2:06 to go. Clock will run after, assuming that CCU gets the stop here. We've seen Kentucky Christian go for it on 4th and 10. We've seen them go for it on 4th and 8. That one didn't work out well for them. But they've went for it a couple times today. Converted 2 of 3. So I wouldn't be shocked here on 3rd down. Not saying they're going to go for it on 4th down, but I would not be shocked here on 3rd down if they were able to or decided to throw it with senior quarterback Jug Smith. Here we go, 3rd and 7, ball at the 30-yard line. Jug Smith going to hand it off, and his man he's going to get the first down and get knocked out of bounds, but it's not really going to matter as Darian Rawls gets the first down plus a yard. He broke it outside. Clock will stop at 1:59 to go. But the Eagles aren't able to stop them on 3rd and 7. And unfortunately, the last game here at Willard Stargell Stadium for Cincinnati Christian, it appears like it's going to be a loss. And what seemed like it was going to be a victory Saturday for Cincinnati Christian, it has unraveled a bit here. If you're them, you want to try to swipe at the ball as best you can. Jug Smith kept it on the quarterback keeper, picked up a couple yards. Clock running, inside 1:20 to go. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Kentucky Christian. And now there's a flag down. And it'll just be a delay of game on the Knights. Both teams have 2 interceptions on the day. The costly one for Cincinnati Christian was the one that was returned for 100+ yards for a touchdown. It was the go-ahead touchdown when CCU was up 16-12. All right, so this will be another quarterback keeper on 2nd down. And staying in bounds wisely is Jug Smith. And a flag comes in there, and I think that's going to be on Cincinnati Christian. Yep, and it's going to be against Cincinnati Christian here. Clock stopped at 1:01 to go. You see Jug Smith running to the outside, gets hit. And you see the push at the end there. Frustration setting in. And, well, I don't blame him to be frustrated. Up 16-0 at one point. It felt like that was going to be it. And it looks like now victory formation is the call for Kentucky Christian. So Kentucky Christian is going to get its second victory of the season and sneak out of here with a W. Certainly they have to feel great about the turn of events that happened to them after being down 16-0 at one point, 6-0 at halftime. And at one point even 19-18. It's a back and forth game. And that should be it. I think they might have to kneel one more time. And that is going to do it. So Cincinnati Christian came in. They were hoping to get their first victory of the season and their first victory in program history. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be today. After a 16-point lead evaporated quickly in the third and fourth quarter, Kentucky Christian gets the victory 24-19. Cincinnati Christian drops to 0-9 on the season. Leaders were Alex Duran, ended up with 19 completions for 216 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. As these Eagles will look to get their first victory next week, they will be playing likely at Taylor High School here in Cincinnati. For executive producer Tony Suarez and all of our camera guys, thank you so much for watching CCU football. Again, your final score is 24-19. This is Cincinnati Christian football on CCUathletics.com, Waycross Television. I'm James Rapine. Thank you so much for watching today, and have a great rest of your weekend.